Alright kids, today we are looking at a Sierra Nevada beer that comes out around this time of the year. And if I'm not mistaken, this usually comes out, and this is a fresh hop. But this is a series, if I'm not mistaken, it's a series of beers that come out in the larger bottle around the fall time. So this is called Northern Hemisphere. It's wet hopped, and what my understanding of wet hop is that they pick the hops, and within 24 hours, it's a second hopping that they do. So they hop with some other hops, or maybe some dry hops, I don't know. But the label is not saying that. The label is saying that it's Yakima hops from Washington. This is coming in at 6.7% alcohol. So this is well within the minimum range of an IPA alcohol. I don't know what the IBU's on it. It's
probably around 70.
Yeah, it's fresh. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try and see what this tastes like.
I've had some really good experiences with the Northern and Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
But like you said, I usually get the 24-ounce big bottles.
I think it's 22s. But anyway.
From Rouse's.
Yeah. When I see them, I pick them up. And
they're like $4.99. Like, why wouldn't I buy them?
Yeah, they're really good beers. And if you see them, I would highly suggest getting on. It's usually 2 beers at $4.99, and that's the price I see them at all the time. It equals out to $2.50 a beer, and I don't know of any bar that you can go to
that
to get a fantastic beer for $2.
You pay $2.50 for Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, sometimes $3.50. Man, especially in the French Quarter. Which
what
is
a deal!
Not a deal at all. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. We're gonna open up with our opener, courtesy of
Church of the Sacred Brew, Mike Paul Peters.
Right. Facebook group which reviews beers and picks on one another.
Yeah.
So, and if you want to join the group, go ahead and check it out. They're quite big.
That's right.
Alright, so the cool thing about the opener and what it does is that it pulls the cap off.
Without bending it.
Without bending it, so if you're one of those that like to go ahead and make something with caps.
Fridge magnets.
Magnets, table tops and whatnot, or put them in stuff, whatever. You can do that with this opener. It also has like a little saw thing for the little wax that they put on the side, which I've never really had success with that. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and try this right now.
So we went from a 5.6, now it's 6.7. Now it's getting serious. But luckily this is not a quart bottle, or that could be a problem.
So looking at the color of it, and the color is kind of like a golden bronze.
Like a honey.
Or honey. I would still say it's kind of a bronze color.
Yeah, yeah, like you won the bronze medal, yeah.
Yeah. So some might even call this amber color.
Yeah, perhaps.
So I know in the past years we had a really strong local beer called a Beta Ham that everybody gravitated to, and what that company did is that they opened up the area. It was a precursor, I believe, for the craft beer movement in the area.
Yeah, Lee Poznansky from New York City were supposed to visit Abita, but unfortunately they weren't given tours on that day. And I was like, well, forget that, Lee. He was like, oh well, it happens.
Yeah. They usually reserve those for the weekend.
Yeah, closer to the weekend. All right, now this one, it looks kind of nice in these liqueur glasses.
It smells a little sweet. The hop, I'm not really smelling a hop.
It's a pretty low profile aroma.
Yeah.
It's not like bursting with aroma, which is a bit of a shock. Maybe the Southern Hemisphere would be more aromatic. I don't know.
There's something there, I can't quite figure out what it is. It's just brightening and opening up. Maybe this is one of those beers that needs to set a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe another time. Right now, we're going to go ahead and taste this.
Yeah, cheers.
See what it's all about.
Yeah, I did those 2 bourbon whiskeys this morning, and I noticed as I blabbed my mouth, over about 10 minutes, they really started to develop as they breathed. But anyway. Oh, coffee, tea.
I'm not there yet. I do taste the tea. The hop profile is bittersweet.
But not harsh.
Not a Bittersweet Symphony, but it's bittersweet. Not harsh.
Bittersweet.
Uh,
It's there though. It's bold. It's
there.
like we're
It's
here. We're
bold.
here.
It's bold. It's different than any other wet hop I've had. Usually I get a different kind of punch from a wet hop.
And isn't the Celebration Ale a wet hop beer?
I'd have to look that
That
up.
just showed up in my town. Body is okay, so we did the Colt 45. The body there was medium. The body here is medium. Not
medium.
Yeah.
The hop is lingering. I've had one sip of it.
Hanging around, yeah.
Yeah, you've had two. So it's still there. I'm trying to taste the whole thing before I go back in for another sip.
I'm just
so
getting.
I'm getting that tea, but it's faint.
Yeah.
And
hop oil.
it's a slight burnness. Slight burnness.
Now, what I'm picking up is a little bit of white bread crust. So let's say white bread crust, a little hop resin.
Right. Almost like the bread crust has been toasted to the point of being almost a burn, but it's not. So it's still got good flavor.
Maybe.
That's the slight burn.
It's kind of a dry finish.
Well,
it's not too exotic, you know. It's not too exotic, but it's like pleasant.
You might want to slow down a little bit so you can let the flavors kind of come out.
Yeah, yeah.
You're drinking it pretty quick. See, the longer you let it sit, and there's more flavors come. It's the wet hopness. It's working like that. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another taste. There's something missing.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's like there's some component that's not there, which I find is a bit peculiar. You know, it's like, why is it?
I'm not really getting where this is wet hopped. And maybe this is the choice of the hops that they used this year.
Yakima.
I never heard of a Yakima hop.
Yeah, yeah, that's common.
Well, it's kind of like that one beer that we drank that was made by that one hop that we didn't really like that kind of tasted like Dirty Fish Bowl.
Oh, that was a nightmare. And I've had all the comments, people are saying, I tried it, it was the same experience.
Yeah.
Horrible. Yeah, we better not even, that was just, this is nothing like that. This is nice. There's a little bitterness, there's a little resiny, like you said, the very intensely toasted bread crust. But in some ways, there's almost like you're doing a puzzle and then you say, wait, there's some, you can't find the pieces and it's missing. You just say, well,
There's
that's it.
something missing from the body. I'm not kidding. Like, I expected to go across and then kind of have a fullness to the flavor, and I'm just not getting it. And I can't pinpoint what it is.
And whatever is missing is not missing in Celebration Ale.
Well, it's certainly not missing in the price that I paid for this.
Yeah, well, hey.
So, the price that this is getting purchased for and sold for, I expect this to be a little bit better than what it is, to the point of more better than a little bit. So to me, this is falling on the lines of disappointment.
Yeah, like.
So I cannot get this a favorable review. It's good. I don't know if this is the flavor that they're going for using this particular hop.
It's kind of dull.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't taste wet hopped. It tastes regular.
No, I think it's probably wet hop, but it's kind of dull. Like it's kind of. But I like it.
I'd like to find out more about the hop that they used. Maybe see what kind of flavor profile you could expect to get off of this hop. Again, this is the second West Coast style that we've had from what I consider big beer makers coming out of the West Coast area. where it's just kind of fallen off some.
I'm gonna say B plus, but that's not saying.
I'm not going to give it a B plus because Torpedo, I consider it to taste better than this.
Oh, yeah, I would go along. Definitely
and
better.
Torpedo is
Cheaper, yeah,
about half the price of this.
and it's better, yeah.
So I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a C minus.
Oh wow, that's gonna set off
Let me explain why I'm gonna give it a C minus. I'm gonna give it a C minus because what I expected from a wet hop is not in this beer. And again, I'd like to find out more in Sierra Nevada. If you could reach out to us and give us some more information, we gratefully appreciate that. So that we could maybe understand a little bit what's going on with this and change our grades. So with that said, I still got half a glass. I'm not going to throw it out. I think it's a good beer, and that's why I'm giving it a C minus.
To me, a C minus would be like marginally average, you know. But you're taking into account what you paid for.
Wet hop. No, I'm not taking into account for what I paid for. I'm taking into account of I've had wet hop beers before, and I'm not getting the wet hop on this. Like it's just something's falling off. I don't know if it was in the process or if it's the hop that was used.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, you know, it's kind of strange, you know, maybe sometimes things just don't come across like
and then maybe I'm also thinking, you know, just like as we did before with the blind taste test, maybe I should grade what I expect from it and then grade what it's trying to be.
I'm just going by what the label says, you know, I mean,
yeah.
Oh well, hey, well, it's like if you were the head coach at University of Minnesota 2018, you just say it is what it is, you know. All right, we tried it. Well, we tried it, right?
Yeah.
That's it. So laissez-les, bon temps relais, kind of, but maybe with something else. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Jefferson Parish, Louisiana.
That's right, kids. It's not a bad beer. It's just not great.